Good evening from Tokyo, Japan, and good morning to most attendees here. Welcome to ExaVisual's earnings call for the second quarter of fiscal year ending March 2024. This is Koichi Kawai, Deputy Head of Corporate Management of ExaVisuals. With me on the call today are Makoto Haruta, Representative Director and President, Tomoaki Maekawa, Head of Corporate Management, and Hikaru Koyama, Head of Investor Relations. After the market closed today in Japan time, we issued a press release with details regarding our second quarter results, as well as supplemental data sheets and FAQs to our results, also which can be accessed on our IR section of our official website. Please note that this meeting is being also recorded and will be posted on our IR website at a later date. During today's call, we will make statements relating to our business that may be considered forward-looking. This statement reflects our views only as of today and should not be considered or represent our views in any subsequent date. We disclaim any obligation to update any forward-looking statement or outlook. With that, I would like to introduce today's schedule. Today, Mr. Haruta and I will begin by explaining the financial results, growth strategies, and earnings forecasts for about 30 minutes, followed by presentation materials. After the presentation, we will have a Q&A session until 11 p.m. Japan time. Finally, at times in our prepared comments and response to your questions, we may discuss metrics that are incremental to our usual presentations to give greater insights and dynamics of our business for our quarter results. Please be advised that we may or may not continue to provide this additional detail in the future. With that, let me turn the call over to Mr. Haruta, our founder and president, for his comments. Mr. Haruta?
Good morning, everyone. This is Makoto Haruta speaking. Today, we will provide you with the earnings result for the second quarter of March 2024, as well as our strategy with generative AI. There are a lot of things that I want to share with you, such as 1, strong growth in generative AI products. 2, our strengths to tie up with larger corporates to increase their productivity. For instance, with Daiichi Life on Exabase Studio. And 3, updates in care business with generative AI. In Japan, solving the social issue of productivity of Japanese enterprise is a huge issue we are facing with tremendous demand. With our accumulated AI asset and positioning, we are seeing a huge opportunity with enterprise SaaS model. I'm very excited with the current environment and looking forward to the upcoming quarter as well. Today, Kawai-san will explain the details of the presentation, and followed by his presentation, I'm open to answer any questions from you. Thank you very much.
So this is an executive summary for this quarter. From this quarter, we have included Stadium in our consolidated financial results. And looking at the total, both sales and profit are progressing as expected. And sales total 2085 million yen, which is a record high in sales for this quarter. And operating loss has improved compared to the first quarter to negative 186 million yen, indicated trend of narrowing down deficit. As we'll mention later, we believe that this quarter is proceeding smoothly towards second half. And we have said that we would strengthen our products this year, and product sales are particularly increasing. In addition to the successful growth of Exabase Studio and Exabase DX Assessment Learning, the launch of Exabase Gen AI has also gone well, leading to the sales of 370 million yen, increase of 74.7% year-on-year. and operating loss was negative 64 million yen. Although we started offering these new products, operating loss was improved by 95 million yen compared to the first quarter, and the deficit has significantly decreased. As a result, sales for the cumulative second quarter amounted to 500 million yen, increase of 56.1% year-on-year, achieving high growth. And segment loss was negative 224 million yen. And for the AI platform business, as we've been explaining, we have been recovering from the substantial drop in the sales in the third quarter last year. And sales for this second quarter were 1272 million yen, up 2.3% year-on-year. While this is comparable to the previous year, we have recovered numerically from the dip in the third quarter last year. The operating profit was also 379 million yen, and it is gradually returning to normal, and including profitability. As a result, sales for this cumulative second quarter were 2392 million yen, up 3.9% year-on-year, and segment profit was 599 million yen. The operating profit margin was 25%. And also importantly, long-term continuing customers continues to account for nearly 70%. And at the same time, the number of new customers also increasing. In addition, there's an increasing number of digital transformation projects involving Gen AI and projects connecting that Gen AI and Xabay Studio. We, as a company, have seen significant progress in the second quarter as we have started to link our development with Gen AI. And moreover, we believe that this average sales of top 10 customers are showing steady trend as well. And from this second quarter, we have consolidated the business figure of Stadium and created a new other service segment. The name of the segment is Other at this point, and we are considering the possibility of doing various new things in the future. The sales were 495 million yen, and the segment profit was 26 million yen, including the goodwill amortization, indicating profit-based movement. Now moving over to page 6. With the addition of Stadium, there has been a significant jump from the first quarter of the second quarter. One of our characteristic is a decrease in number from the fourth quarter to the following first quarter, but this time the reduction was less than that in the previous years. And based on that, we're steadily building up the numbers in the second quarter. And moving on to page 7. Regarding the timing of turning profit, which we often get asked by investors and shareholders, I think we can make more clear statements after observing the situation in the second half of this year. For the first half, we evaluate that we're making steady progress toward that. And now moving over to page 8. With our consolidated profit and loss statement, the impairment of software assets as a special loss is due to the fact that we have fully amortized not only the unused items in our vision business, such as camera manufacturing, but also the software as an asset of our Indian subsidiary. As for the other part, they're moving in the direction that we had originally expected. And now moving over to page 11, which explains our segment overview and progress of the business segment. The key point here is that a new segment includes the Stadium performance in the newly established Other Service segment. This is the only segment change disclosed in this report, and the detail will be explained later. And page 12, please. So if you see the very bottom in the Other Service segment, that includes amortization of goodwill and customer-related assets. Even after taking this amortization expense into account, the Other Service segment is still profitable. And moving on to page 13. The figure are showing the steady growth, and the comparison with the previous quarter and previous year shows that the company is on track to achieve its goals. We believe that sales are steadily increasing, and that sales growth is offsetting the cost increases that would normally be incurred for new products. We expect sales to increase in the third and fourth quarter of the current fiscal years as well. And we'll consider increasing or decreasing this advertisement expenditure while keeping an eye on overall balance of income and expenditures. And now moving over to page 14. This is the first slide which is introducing to the investors. The left-hand side shows X-based Gen AI, and the right side shows DX assessment and learning. And the number of companies that has adopted our X-based Gen AI exceeds 200 companies, and the number of subscribing accounts exceeds 23,000. And current sales are around 26 million yen, but the annual recurring revenue is estimated to be around 200 million yen in this past several months only. If this accumulates well, there will be a significant impact for the next fiscal year. And DX assessment and learning on the right-hand side, the demand for reskilling is rising once again, due in part improvement in product quality and booming popularity of X-based Gen AI. And the number of companies and users of annual recurring revenue is also growing steadily, exceeding 1,300 companies and 130,000 users respectively. And now skipping page 15 and moving over to page 16. So the sales of 500 million yen up to current second quarter. And if you break down, you see 369 figure on the right-hand side, which is composed by DX assessment learning and others with social AI products. And social AI is mainly a service for nursing care facilities, which will be discussed later. And we expect DX assessment learning and Gen AI to be positioned to lead the company's performance in the future. And moving to page 17. This is an AI platform business quarterly performance. The sales that had dropped in the third quarter last year had finally recovered and reaching an all-time high. We've rebounded from our troublesome period in third quarter last year, and we recognize the necessity to demonstrate potential for the future growth. And moving to page 19. This is showing our long-term cost clients in the AI platform business. Specifically, as you can see, the long-term customers continued accounting for about 70% of our customer base. And meanwhile, we're receiving inquiries related to Gen AI a lot, increasing new transactions, and this is showing up in the figures. Our engagement with customers in the AI platform business is leading to the sales growth in product sector as well. Conversely, the customer with transactions in the AI product business also contributes a lot in sales in this AI platform business. This mutual relationship in cross-selling is one of our strengths. And we're keen on innovatively representing this strengths in our figures. And page 20, please. The focus here has gradually shifted from just AI projects tied to management issues to the actual usage and implementation of AI. This implies a progression towards system development and operations. As these efforts progress, we get approached by different departments, and we can accept orders for AI developments for different themes as well. This pattern continues with AI developments for other themes advancing to the implementation phase, leading to the accumulation of those projects. This flows form significant framework of the platform business. And since we have been working on AI platform business, And our customers can ask us for way to utilize AI for their business, like introducing Gen AI, for instance. Such multi-layer structures our strengths. And the development of generative AI and its integration with our services, such as Exabase Studio, has gradually enabled us to support a diverse range of customers. And from second quarter of this fiscal year, we're consciously making the combination of Gen AI and Studio easier to understand for customers and beginning to standardize this as an offering, providing it more widely. And moving over to page 21. So this figure represents the consolidated figure of Stadium. And originally, Stadium's main activity was sales outsourcing, supporting portable sales activities of venture companies and big corporates. At present, when clients are launching new businesses, there's often shortage of sales personnel. For these causes, Stadium proposed a wide way of organizing a sales team and supporting the formation of mixed team that includes Stadium members. In addition to this, Stadium has been creating an operating list that lifts potential customers for single product from vast list of supporting the sales activities and targeting high probable customers sequentially. By teaming up with the Stadium as an AI company, we're pushing forward the evolution of this initiative utilizing AI. And now let's move over to our business updates to 23. As we've pointed out last time, our greatest strength lies in our ties with large corporates in Japan and our direct sales approach to these organizations. We want to utilize our Gen AI as an entrance point to make connections. For example, we will support training, business reformations, and system development using our AI assets. And for instance, in talent development, we employ the Exabase assessment and learning for education and support productivity enhancement in the large corporates of Japan. And page 24. The situation on the left represents the current situation. When we consider the kind of work that managers are engaged in, we can see that various tasks are currently being dispersed. And point and tools for the data acquisition are scattered. And when it comes to integration, it must be done manually. From the perspective of those involved in management, they would also like to compile information on the business state. In these cases, they need to inquire about the business management to all the employees. As we are seeking with the recent development of Gen AI, it is now possible to quickly compile the necessary data without modifying the original database or replacing it with necessary data. This presents a significant challenge. We can achieve the function that provides results as per human instruction by using our cooperative development tool Exabase Studio, as we're explaining today. The IR assistant, which we were able to realize with this kind of idea, was created out of the possibility of applying this to IR operations. In the future, not only the IR, but also in fields such accounting and HR, we believe that will become the agents that OpenAI talks about. If the Gen AI is command center and we provide instructions, the agent in each accounting and HR department will coordinate and communicates to provide desired output. We believe that this business operation will progress in the manner with AI in the future. And ultimately, the task of compiling and reporting that humans currently do will be significantly reduced. If data is directly obtained from those databases, transcription error will be eliminated, and we believe that this will be this will improve the quality as well. And 25, please. And there's a project with Daiichi Life Insurance as an initiative of Gen AI and Exabay Studio, which has been also released recently. This is a project to efficiently create reports to the government using Exabay Studio while referring to the guidelines and laws and regulations that are scattered throughout the country. We found that what we originally wanted to do could not be done with existing systems, but with Exabay Studio, we can do this. And the clients was interested in actively utilizing the system. We are working on the projects as one of the various projects. While in many cases they use their own models, and Exabay Studio may also bring in AI model from them or the other companies. There's no one-size-fits-all approach in AI modeling, but rather flexibility is important. Also, Exabay Studio can be extended beyond their own data, and this is what our clients appreciate the most. We're not just distributing Exabay Studio, but also we're working together with our clients to determine how Exabay Studio should be used. We have received inquiries, and so we would like to accumulate actual examples going forward as well. And 26, please. And there's an example of batch implementation in Fukui Prefecture, which is a government agency in Japan. And in addition, on the right-hand side, there are requests for a wide variety of contents to be read by Gen AI, such as rule books and PDFs accumulated within the corporates to be read smoothly. And 27, please. While the number of companies has increased in recent years at more than 20,000 users, while the number of active users is still only about 5% of the number of employees in the corporates. We believe that by planning things that leads to the business innovation and accumulating customer example, there's a big white space here. We can expand from 5% and grow business-wise. And the next page, please. And we're developing the IR assistant and other products as individual products as well. And we're working together with Takara Printing and Mizuho Trust, who are interested in these products and have similar awareness of these issues, and planning to introduce more products year later to come. And 29, please. We're also seeing a big wave of AI applications in the care sector as well, where we have been working since our founding, and we're receiving inquiries from care facilities about how they can make the best use of Gen AI. In particular, we are receiving many inquiries about how to improve the efficiency of paperwork in the back office. As the care industry is closely related to the insurance system, there's a strong demand for efficient processing of documents, reports, and invoices related to care insurances. We had the idea of using Gen AI for these operations, but we thought it was important to understand the actual situation on the ground to make the best use of the technology. And we found that Good Time Living, a diverse securities group company engaged in the caregiving business, was as aware, and we're aware of the challenge that they face in improving the efficiency of back office operation in the caregiving businesses. Therefore, we decided to work with Good Time Living to improve the efficiency of the caregiving business, and also to turn the know-how we gained in this process into an AI products through collaboration with them. Japan's long-term care insurance system is reviewed every 3 years, and the timing is right here. And nursing facilities are faced with issues such as changes in revenue and staffing, and the need to manage complex roles in accordance with a new system. There have been books and consulting services that explain how to respond to system changes but we thought it would be more easier and more understandable if we use Gen AI. So we developed a service called Keo's Tayoruto. This service will also include content related to the recent insurance system revisions. Since development of this service requires a lot of knowledge here, and we will work with Star Consulting Group, which provides consulting services to care facilities to develop the contents and provide it to our customers. With more than 250,000 care facilities and more than 2 million caregivers in Japan, the care industry is a very large sector in Japan. And there are many inefficiencies in this large sector. And we want to provide services that address these inefficiencies. And now moving over to page 30, the last slide of the presentation. As we continue to develop these services, our earnings forecast remains unchanged, with total sales of 8.5 billion yen, operating income of negative 290 million yen, and EBITDA of approximately 600 million yen for the fiscal year ending March 31, 2024. We hope to formally achieve this plan and make a big leap in the next fiscal year and beyond. And now I'm going back to Haruta-san for his final comments.
Thank you very much for attending today. We are on track to achieve our goals for this fiscal year, and I'm very eager to speak with all of the global investors. Again, thank you for attending today's call, and hope my passion, excitement, and commitment for our growth to solve social issues with AI is shared with you. Thank you very much.